Hello. It's time for Mindful Music Moments. And this week we're listening to The Water Music, a la Hornpipe, by George Friedrich Handel. It was composed in 1717. This week's Mindful Music comes from our partner, the Cleveland Orchestra. Handel's Water Music is a collection of orchestral movements written for King George I. It premiered on the River Thames in London with musicians and audience, including the king, all on boats and barges. So let's get ready to listen. Put your feet on the floor, hands on your lap or on your desk. Sit up nice and tall, close or focus your eyes, and find your breath. Today, imagine you are on a boat on a river listening to this piece of music. Fantastic job. We'll be back tomorrow with more mindful music moments from the Cleveland Orchestra.
Good evening, even though it's clearly the afternoon. Welcome to UCS Good News. It's our weekly live broadcast where we highlight positive news stories from all over the school community. And this week, in particular, we reached out to you, your seedlings, your sprouts, and the response, as always, was a little vernal. We always say on the show we get to share the good news, but you are the good news. So on behalf of myself, the whole squad, and these March emojis here, we want to thank everybody who submitted a positive news story this week. And with that, it is time for some good news for UCS and for America. We celebrated, along with this bear, Read Across America Day recently. In honor of Read Across America Day, Miss Allison's pre-K class has had some special visitors come in this week to read a book to them. They loved having Miss Moyer come into their classroom to read them an Elephant and Piggy book. Hooray. Hopefully nobody had to eat any slop. Speaking of reading, the EEC and pre-K had their second monthly virtual story time on Monday. They loved waving to their friends, listening to fun books. Thank you to Alexander D's godfather, Jose and Leo A's dad, and Ahmed for being a fabulous role model for us this month. Hello, is it me? Is it me you're looking for? We had a friendly neighbor leave a message in the snow for one of our classes this week. It's a mystery as to who left it, but I do have some theories about who it could have been. All right, now it's time for some positive wolf houses, where we feature students who've received positive feedback from a UCS staff member. This week we've got one. Here is a howl for never-ending faith. Jackson, Milan, Jeriel are all smiling and showing off their cross necklaces from Sister Karen. All right, time for a big sports update from resident sports reporter Howler Cosell. Congratulations to the 8th grade girls basketball team for capturing a CYO championship. Bask in the afterglow of that for a second. Also to the 8th grade boys team for finishing as the runner-up in the CYO championship tournament. Go Wolves. We've got a little bit of footage from the 8th grade parade here. There's Howler leading the way. Very festive, high stepping. Thanks for sharing, Miss Molly. And here's a picture of the city champs. Congratulations to all CYO athletes. And here's another single solitary cheer from Howler. All right, time for some notes from the field. I believe we second graders visited Carnegie Library to create origami dragon eyes to celebrate Chinese New Year. Students learned all about the significance of dragons in China. They also learned about some important Chinese invention. Here's looking at you, kids, and here are some UCS students keeping their eyes on the prize. Lucky for us, there were no tacos in the library for those dragons to munch on. All right, time for Creation Station, where we feature the creative exploits of UCS students. Second grader Jack H. from his MyTops class learned about Kimmy Cantrell in art class and went home over the weekend and taught the lesson to his mom. Here's a video.
Hey, Jackson Pollock.
All right, Abram C. in 8th grade was very method while recreating his Jackson Pollock painting for his artist project in Miss Molly's class. That's the video, and then here is the final product. Imitation is the highest form of flattery, as they say, or splattery in this instance. Come on, give it to me, Mr. Monkey. Thank you. Okay, Mrs. Gill is seeing the best of these students in grade 5 ELA. Their hard work and effort earned them the prestigious honor of wearing the coveted UCS vest for the day. These students consistently demonstrate that they are highly invested in their learning this week. It was Arthur Nevea. Here we go. Thank you very much. Congratulations to those students. Twinning, actually not winning this week. This is a rare instance of that. Also, no drip this week, but I did notice that both my name and Mr. Taylor's name were left off the list, even though we're both wearing very fashion-forward, bright Thursday pants this week. So dropped from the drip, despite the salmon pants for Mr. Taylor. Kind of a surprise. Okay, here's some news from the subject that counts. We have some marvelous mathematicians at UCS. Rowan mastered all of his edition facts. Congratulations to Rowan. History is repeating itself in middle school, as it tends to do. Milo C. and Oliver D. have been waiting 2 years to reenact the caning of anti-slavery Senator Sumner by pro-slavery Senator Brooks in the U.S. Senate. This week, their dreams came true as 7th entered into the 1850s. Disclaimer, nobody was harmed in the making of this historical reenactment.
If slavery was a woman, you'd probably like to kiss her.
I have a rebuttal for you.
And we'll stop it there. Yes, thank you for the historical reenactment. Okay. Congrats to the upcoming class of 24. Soon to be private school rivals, Abram, Will, and Mr. O. Let public school kid Mr. Hurley hang out with them on High School Spirit Day. Go Wolves. Here's a photo. Now, these are very nice letter jackets, but I think in the future, it'll be letter vests. Here's a rendering of what that might look like. Okay, heading down the home stretch here. Just going to leave this here for a moment because I find it kind of hypnotic. Maybe you will too. Okay, that's all the setup for this important announcement. The VIP dance is this Friday, March 8th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. in the UCS gym and commons. There'll be music, dancing, refreshments, and more. It's $15 per family at the door. Hope to see you all there. Okay, and then as I mentioned last week, we have a new partner in Aftercare. The Rainey Institute is a nonprofit art center dedicated to engaging Cleveland's youth through dance, drama, music, visual arts. We just launched an El Sistema program, which means we have a number of young musicians learning to play the violin under the tutelage of some professional musicians. I'm going to share a video clip here. This is the group playing through a major scale in the round. I just think that's so beautiful. Thanks to all the players for letting me capture that. Okay, we have it's been a little bit of a break, but here's getting figgy with it. This is Mr. B trying to be like what I'm told is the Amplify vocab guy, who I think must be modeled over the robot in T2. But somebody maybe send me a picture of the Amplify vocab guy. And we will close it here. Time for the big finish. We have a public service announcement from Roots and Shoots.
Do you know what this is? This is a piece of coal. Coal is used to make electricity.
Coal is a really dirty fuel.
Electricity. Coal is burned, and this produces greenhouse gases. Gases are like a blanket over the earth. They trap heat inside of the Earth's atmosphere, and this causes climate change.
Shoes encourages you to not waste electricity. That fights climate change.
Your classroom will receive one of these cards to remind you to turn off the lights when nobody's in the room. Yay.
By doing this simple thing, your class will help fight climate change.
Let's fight climate change, Urban!
Thank you to Roots and Shoots, and see you next week.